Muy buenas a todos, chavales, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos al canal y bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio de FIRST DESCENDANT. Continuamos justamente donde lo dejamos. Tenemos que hacer esa misión principal de ve al Pantano del Eco. Después de esa tradición que tuvimos por parte de Jeremy, ahora tenemos que dirigirnos hacia allá. Así que sin más, vamos a dirigirnos a una nueva zona y vamos a hacer las misiones correspondientes de la zona. Vamos a, como ya os dije, coger y traer todo lo que son las misiones principales que hay en cada uno de los mapas. Una vez que nos pasemos la historia, a lo mejor cogemos y hacemos directos subiendo personajes y demás. Así que ya veremos. Vale, pues ahora tenemos que hablar con Enzo, otro personaje. El mejor intendente de Albion y un descendiente que utiliza su inteligencia excepcional para servir como oficial ejecutivo del cuartel general. También es primo mayor del Epic, que tiene personalidades completamente opuestas.
All right. We've had some delays, but I'm happy to say we can now restart the pursuit. First things first, as we've lost contact with Essimo, and there are no other descendants who have the power to handle the battle, we had to suspend the search and blockade construction. I'm afraid we'll need a rescue operation for Essimo. He was deployed here on a mission to destroy a Vulgus facility, and we've lost contact with his unit.
Perfecto.
If possible, I think searching for Essimo while we continue with the rest of the mission
Pues sí.
is a good idea.
No sé más.
While our operation was delayed, the Vulgus deployed their forces throughout the swamp. We think they sensed something was up with Jeremy. I got impatient, so I took command and attacked. But because the soldiers couldn't receive their orders in time, we nearly experienced heavy losses.
Buena
After
arma
that,
que tienes, me mola el
Vulgus
diseño.
forces increased and rapid deployment of soldiers wasn't feasible. It seems Jeremy used this to his advantage and went deeper into the swamp. So starting now, we'll be focusing on reconnaissance to expand the search area.
Vale.
If you go on ahead, the soldiers will follow and establish a barricade. This will allow for much wider RK distribution, which will be an advantage in tracking both Jeremy's RK and the Ironheart traces.
Jeremy.
We have to overextend ourselves a little. We have no choice. Based on the intel from the guide,
Escucha los registros
Jeremy
interceptados.
has some kind of plan in mind. Apparently Jeremy's voice was captured through the Ironheart pulse. However, briefly that was detected. This is what was recorded.
I knew it, I was right. The Vulgus here have all been enhanced through superior DNA. The quality of this Kuiper's perfect, though it would have been good to secure both DNA and Kuiper in advance. Oh yeah.
You heard him, right? DNA, Kuiper. I have no idea what he's talking about, but I know this operation needs to resume quickly. The area where the guide picked up Jeremy's voice is a way off. We've got a long road ahead of us.
Y habrá que abrirse camino.
Us. This operation, we're all slowly sinking into this swamp. Not happy about it. Be prepared for unexpected combat situations. I leave the mission in your capable hands.
Perfecto. Y ahora tenemos estas tres misiones. Vale, pues vamos a avanzar con la primera. Vale, tenemos una nueva arma.
Descendant, Enzo may have told you that Jeremy seems to be up to something. The Ironheart pulses are stopped, which means he must have put it back inside the quantum storage box used by the Descendants. We cannot allow Jeremy to take the Ironheart here. That much is certain.
Looks like we have no other choice but to go to the zone where we picked up his voice and investigate.
Perfecto. Cuidado. los disparos como que no le doy. Cuidado. Vale. Vale. Vale, cuidado, más.
A powerful enemy has appeared. You should focus on the battle for now. I'll deliver the info about Jeremy to HQ. If they have any new intel, send it to us. Reload.
Tomamos todo esto. Vale, siguiente misión. Al lío.
Jeremy said that the Vulgus in this area have been enhanced with
Vale.
high-quality DNA. To analyze the differences between them and regular forms, we'll need to secure genetic samples for comparison. We hope this has nothing to do with our own Colossus orbs. Go and collect Vulgus samples and place them in the supply box.
Vale. Cógelo. Ah, pues no. ¿No puedo coger más? Ahora. Ah, no. Vale, ya lo he entendido. ¿Verdad? Madre mía, de 5 en 5. Wow, ese sí que es gordo, madre tú. Este es azul. Perfecto. Vale.
Great job.
Perfecto.
I'll send the Vulgus DNA to be analyzed in Albion.
Vale. Hacemos esto. Y ahora vamos aquí. Para esta última misión.
So this is the enemy's Kuiper storage. Jeremy mentioned Kuiper as well. We need to destroy the vault and break down the Kuiper. We'll be able to identify the key characteristics of the Kuiper composition using the remaining particles and debris.
esto. Ha quedado uno. ¿Por qué razón ha quedado ese?
The analysis has detected void energy on the surface of the Kuiper. This is definitely different from regular Kuiper.
Ahora
Join me in the
comienzo
outpost
en
for
el
a
puesto
moment.
avanzado.
There's a lot to discuss concerning the Vulgus and Kuiper. Now, I know the pursuit is urgent. There's just a few things I'd like to highlight.
Vale.
This operation must succeed.
Las huellas de Jeremy.
Regarding Jeremy's defection, the plan is to capture him alive and carry out a detailed interrogation. However, after analyzing the characteristics of the Vulgus DNA and the Kuiper, I think we need to understand Jeremy's motives first, so that we can be 2 steps ahead of him. First off, from the Vulgus DNA collected here, we identified malignant cells, those which have been exposed to void energy. Well, we'd call them malignant cells, but for the Vulgus, they're more of a genetic enhancement. They give them higher bone density and muscle growth. And we've detected high levels of void energy in the Vulgus Kuiper you discovered. For humans, this affected Kuiper is highly contaminated material which cannot be processed and used for any products. But for the Vulgus, it is enhanced Kuiper. Can you see the connection? Both the cells and the Kuiper have been altered as the result of exposure to the void. Both are needed to create enhanced Vulgus. I'm not sure why Jeremy needs them, but I do know where we can find them. The abandoned zone.
La zona abandonada.
Throughout Ingris's history, it's been identified as the first area to be connected to the void dimension. And the worst source of contamination is located in Echo Swamp. That's where we need to go. We can either overtake Jeremy, or at least find traces of him. Huh? Hold on. That's the emergency comm signal.
Vale.
Is anybody there? This is Essimo. We can't move. We're surrounded by enemy forces.
Essimo, what's your location?
I'm at the abandoned area. I was sent here on a mission to destroy the Vulgus facility. But at this rate, I'll be the one being destroyed.
Like hell you will. Sending reinforcements right now.
Vale. Perfecto. Vamos para allá. Vamos a la zona abandonada. Nueva zona. Vale.
This operation must succeed. Essimo! Essimo, please respond! God damn it! We've lost contact. There wasn't much to go on. Right now, the only thing we can be sure of is that they're nearby. Actually, this works in our favor. This is our chance to rescue Essimo and track down Jeremy. I'll search for traces of Jeremy and the Ironheart with a guide. Please rescue Essimo and take him to the forward base.
Okay.
I am definitely detecting a very minute presence of RK in this zone. I appear to be unable to transfer my consciousness into it. This narrows it down to 2 possibilities.
A ver si
Either this is Jeremy's
está...
RK or the RK of Essimo, who is unconscious.
A ver cuál de los dos.
Can't miss this opportunity.
Iniciar misión. Pues no. A ver si es este. Unirse, sí. Perfecto. Hasta luego, comunidad.
Inner facility survey complete. No signs of SMO or any conflict. I'll need to search a different zone.
Perfecto, pues hemos hecho una misión. Ahora nos queda la otra. Ah, estaban haciendo las misiones estas. Ah, pues vamos a
I've
hacer esta.
activated an eco-scan surveyor. If something happened here, the drones should pick it up. Ideally, we'll find some info on Jeremy, but we can hope to at least get some idea of SMO's whereabouts.
Cantidad de datos que recuperar.
I need you
Ah,
to retrieve some
vale.
of the drones and return them.
Vale. Perfecto. Bueno, así voy consiguiendo. ¡Ay, mierda! Vale. Mierda, mierda, mierda. Uf.
Analysis complete. Based on the data collected, we've identified the unique chemical substance that SMO gives off. We've also found
Vale,
traces
están
of
haciendo esta
Jeremy's
misión
arcade.
también. Seguramente.
Follow SMO's traces. We should be able to find Jeremy as well. It's not that far.
The
What
RK
is
is
it?
fading. We must move quickly.
Our comm status suggests that the enemy has a wavelength jammer. If we destroy it, we'll be able to find SMO.
Vale, aquí.
I still can't locate SMO.
Cuidado.
Must be something else jamming the signal. Keep your eyes peeled.
Stop them from charging. Target the leader.
Cuidado. Cuidado. Perfecto.
Thanks. Finally saved. I'm no use to you in this state. I'll join you later on.
Esimo, you're safe.
Podría haber ido con el Sufu,
Thanks to
pero
you.
es que este arma hace
Did you see
muchísimo
Jeremy and
daño.
his henchmen on your way here? I'm not sure they know what they're after or what their next move is. I'll brief them. Gather round.
Venga. Veo una más. Wow. Dale. Perfecto. Vale, pues ahora hecho esto, vámonos. Espera un momento, está muy lejos. Puedo hacer TP. Vamos, TP y ya está. Vale, pues hablemos. Hablemos. Speak with me.
Isn't the smell of
Siamo.
gunpowder the best?
Mola huevo, El relato del traidor.
As you know, my mission was to remove the source of the contamination in the abandoned area before it spread to Albion. Where you rescued me, near the pipe there, my unit and I were looking for the source of the contamination connected to that pipe. We were on the verge of finding it. But the soldiers in my unit started getting sick, one by one, from some unknown disease, while the Order of Truth seemed to be getting stronger by the day. You know I have a sensitive nose, right? Well, my soldiers and the enemy smelled the same to me, but their symptoms, how the disease affected them, were the opposite of each other. It doesn't make any sense.
No tiene ningún sentido.
Once I figured that out, I didn't just sit on my butt. I mobilized all of my men who were able to move and scoured the nearby area. That's when they turned on me. I knew I shouldn't have pushed them so hard. Jeremy showed up, and you know what that idiot said? Albion considers all of you to be expendable. Follow me, and I'll give you power. Let's take down Albion together. It sounded like a bunch of hogwash. But then he took out the Ironheart. And it was the first time any of us had seen something that had seemed like just a rumor. To be honest, it was also the first time I'd seen the real thing in person. And even I thought it was pretty extraordinary. though because I'd been connected to the guide from the start, I didn't fall for Jeremy's speech. But when that bastard said what he needed for his plan was nearby, one by one, my men pointed their guns at me. What did Jeremy say it was again? What he needed?
Sí, un semillero.
That's right, a seed storage. And I knew the source of the contamination was there too. My nose told me. You're planning on going to the seed storage now, aren't you? In that case, focus on finding Jeremy. Destroying the source of the contamination, the seed storage, was my original mission. I'll try and recover, and get back on track with that as soon as possible.
Okay, SMO.
I'll make sure to blow up whatever it is that Jeremy is trying to get his hands on.
Perfecto. Vale, pues creo que esta va a ser misión de zona. Joder. No quieres coger algo y no te deja. Vale. Vale, conseguiríamos evasión explosiva, estabilizador de forma, conductor de escarcha, estabilizador y las células mejoradas de Sharen. Aquí se consiguen. Y esa que te da plano de las células de Siemo, plano de nanotubo de castillo divino, de devoción de nitro, que ya la tengo. Y plano de nanotubo de trizas. Vale. Pues publica, por favor. Vamos a hacer la misión del semillero. ¡Vamos! Vamos allá. Vale. Ahora estamos cuatro.
We've secured the airspace above the operation zone. I'll leave you to handle the interior.
Enzo has minimized external interference. We should be able to better focus on our objectives.
La otra es mucho, pero voy
we
a
need to determine what the Vulgus are doing inside the cave. We need to know why the items that Jeremy is pursuing are inside, as well as what they are. As Jeremy is not linked to me, there is no way for me to know what he is planning. We must stop him before it is too late.
Vale, perdonad. Que si no, a lo mejor no me dan las cosas. Aquí hay mucha peña que ya tiene la Bani chetón.
Esimo warned us that the Vulgus here are stronger. Please be careful.
Enseguida voy, compañeros.
The enemy is using a narrow tunnel. We need to break through. That's strange. The enemies stationed at the entrance appear to be intact.
Vale.
Jeremy must have been able to evade them. This must be the high-density Kuiper that Jeremy mentioned. By human standards, this is contaminated waste. It is also identical to the substance mentioned in Alzarok's autopsy report.
What? So what you're saying is Jeremy took it?
There are no access records on this terminal for anything aside from us. That is all I can discern. We must explore new parts. I will focus on detecting pulses from the Ironheart.
La vio a esta, tú.
It means that August have established a large-scale Kuiper refinery here, concealed from the vigilant eyes of Albion.
Just the idea that Alzarok exists is proof enough for me that we can't allow this to continue. We will finalize the detonation of the facility, while you eliminate the enemy forces.
Powerful enemy units have been deployed to protect the Kuiper. Please be on your guard.
Vale. Perfecto. Activador de carbono complejo. Eso deben ser los materiales.
The high-density Kuiper produced in this cave was used to enhance the Vulgus who occupied this zone.
The Vulgus made a lot of effort to enhance their forces. I admit it. Essimo was right to follow his nose.
The question is, why does Jeremy want this? The substance cannot be used by humans. There are no signs of Jeremy here either. It may be because of the contamination. No. The density of the Kuiper was too low for that.
Jeremy was after high-density Kuiper, and he didn't touch any of this. Check the total amount of Kuiper within the facility.
Oh, is Albion suddenly interested in the Kuiper?
Vamos.
How surprising.
There's a large Kuiper deposit on the other side of the facility. But you should focus on eliminating the enemy first. The scale and density of the Kuiper on the other side
Vale.
of the facility.
Aquí es donde está el árbol.
Create
Bueno,
Altarock level Vulgus for
no
centuries.
tardará, así que no hay problema.
It probably contains a high level of contamination.
What? Okay, everybody get out. I'm going to blow it to hell right now.
Essimo, don't blow it up yet. Jeremy might still be inside.
Enzo is correct. We have not found any evidence of Jeremy at any of the other Kuiper deposits so far. There may be signs of him on the other side of the facility.
No,
Ryan is
cuidado.
right. Jeremy will probably be after the Kuiper with the highest density.
I'm so pleased that you came all this way in person. I'm curious about the effectiveness of the enhancements to my forces. Would you be so kind as to test them for me?
This Vulgus commander seems to be sending the first to arrive. Send them. We must secure this area before Jeremy can.
Perfecto.
Thank you, Descendant. I understand the additional Kuiper density required to enhance my regular troops.
No, mira, de animales está en ¡ay!
A damp, dark place like this is perfect for refining. But it's even better for decorating the walls with your insides as I rip you to pieces. What do you think of my proposal? Just you wait.
Wow.
You'll be an excellent source of nutrients for the tree of truth. What a wasted opportunity to give the tree of truth the taste of descendant.
Tampoco crees que me ha dado
Appears
mucho.
that there is another more important zone to the Vulgus than this one. Thankfully, Jeremy did not progress that far. We must destroy this place before he can obtain the Kuiper.
Perfecto.
If we destroy this
Mejoramos
location,
el dominio,
there will be
nos
no
han dado
suitable
algunas
zone
cuantas
for Jeremy
armas.
to obtain high-density Kuiper from. Should he look for Kuiper in an outside source, he will not be able to avoid being detected by us.
Vale, perfecto. Nos vamos. ¿Completamos la misión? Completamos la misión de la zona. Perfecto.
Did I tell you earlier that the Vulgus are after the Tree of Truth? There's only one tree in this swamp that deserves that kind of title. I can take you there. After I demolish this facility, that is.
Vale.
Essimo and I will handle this. can you report back to Alpha in person?
De
This intel is sensitive and we don't want to risk Jeremy listening in on any comms.
Jeremy has got hold of Vulgus DNA and contaminated Kuiper? Well, the bastard always had a special interest in the Vulgus. He was always praising how much stamina the Vulgus had, their power, their technological prowess, and the possibilities that they unlocked through genetic improvements. I didn't want to discourage him as he was doing useful research into the enemy's capabilities. But I can't deny his obsession made his teammates uneasy.
Ya.
There was an incident where he captured a Vulgus production facility. He argued that Albion also needed to create artificial soldiers. The Colon Counterintelligence Unit investigated his research and seized his records. He was sent to the detention center for a time as a result of what they discovered. He was nearly expelled as a descendant. Wait. Once he's acquired the Ironheart, there's no reason he won't go ahead with his plan. I wonder if that's why he studied the autopsy report on Alzarok so carefully. He's likely after more than the quantum storage box containing the Ironheart. We need to examine all records involving Jeremy and any of Albion's supplies.
Cuidado.
All right. Now that I understand the gravity of the situation, you may return to the
Confía en ti
field.
para capturar a
I
Jeremy y
entrust the
recuperar el
capture of
corazón.
Jeremy
Vale.
and secure retrieval of the Ironheart to you.
Demolition of the seed storage has been completed.
Y
Rendezvous
nos vamos a
point
una nueva
sent.
zona.
No matter which
La
way you
fiera.
look at it, it definitely is the Tree of Truth. An encrypted call. This is Enzo. Identify. Wait. Is this Jeremy?
¿Jeremy? Vale, pues chicos, lo dejamos por aquí, ¿vale? Nos hemos pasado una zona, un boss, así que vamos a avanzar ahora a la siguiente con la ciénaga. Así que sin más chicos, lo dejamos por aquí. Espero que hayáis disfrutado, que lo hayáis pasado bien y nos vemos en el siguiente episodio de este de FIRST Descendant. Así que sin más, hasta la próxima.